Welcome to the yard, you people. Get in here, yardigans. Hey guys, Miss Queen Libra and Amaya Stefan. Y'all not on camera. Darling, Can. Miss
Hey,
Lady
good
Sanchez. What's up,
evening.
y'all?
Hey
Hey,
everybody.
just chilling, remunerating on the interesting things that happened today.
This has been a week, y'all. Ain't it
Mhm.
Thursday? Is today
It has.
Thursday?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay, good, because I can't do but one more day this week. I can't do
It has been challenging, trying, tiring, and
It's been crazy.
it's been full of a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
It
everything.
has.
It's a
Hey,
lot of trash,
Sam. Hey,
y'all.
Hey,
Irene.
I
um,
am
What did I
very
miss?
upset. Very upset. Nothing. We just got
We
started,
just got started,
Sam.
huh?
I'm like, Sanchez, why are you so upset already? What happened?
I mean, it's just trash, y'all. I mean, Bold, I got a bad feeling. Bold is going back to trash writing.
Me
Mm,
too. Me too.
no.
It
Me
was.
too.
Today they broke the third wall, which I found extremely interesting.
Yes, honey. Did you?
Because, yeah,
Yeah.
because that was as close. I have to watch the credits to see who wrote today, but that was as close as this show has ever gotten to actually being accountable for their own shit writing.
Man. Somebody put a post that said, we need to find out who is in the room and trash and Bell right in front of him. I
It
was like,
may
you
be
know
him
what? It's
himself.
actually true.
It may be him himself. I think his daddy must have visited him like Marley, and he was Ebenezer Scrooge and told him something about his damn self.
that's what I was thinking too. He done been he what they call he done been possessed or visited by something because the
Yeah.
writing just went from night and day, like it's a night and day difference. And then today Taylor saying, "You remember you chasing me halfway around the world,
Baby.
Thomas to propose to me?" And then now all of a sudden it's just like our love story never existed. Like it was completely wiped out, and it's just always been you and Brooke, and that's just not. And I'm like, see, they be listening to these
Can
fans
we
for
take,
real because we've been.
can
I
we
know a
please,
lot of Trish fans been saying that for a long
Everybody
yeah,
time.
has for
can we
years.
please acknowledge that Krista is definitely team us? Like she is out here saying everything that we be talking about.
She is really Team Taylor, Team
Mm-hmm.
Tridge,
Tridge,
Team
honey.
let's get this boat righted. Let's get
Yeah.
back on him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she does seem to be a force with the show because she on the damn bullies. Krista everywhere. That's why they sick of her. She
Yep.
everywhere.
Yeah. She out here
You
waving
said she
white
on the what?
flags and everything.
She on the what?
She huh?
The bullies. You know, Soap Hub tags her on those bully posts, and I've been tagging her too. She communicate with her fans, and I tagged her, and I was like, Krista, we got your back. And she's been communicating me with these bullies. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, CBS, yeah, they got her back. They took a stand for her and they tagged her in it against these bullies.
But
What had
listen.
happened was it's
Mhm.
Facebook because over on Facebook, the show has an official page on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Correct.
And so they get now. I got kicked off the
Get out.
official page a long time ago because I think I said something about Brooke or Hope. It's very biased over there. But so she was saying, the performers would like to have a safe space
Mm-hmm.
where they
Mm-hmm.
can sit there and talk with the fans and stuff,
Yeah.
but they are scared to do it because they see how people get treated in these spaces. So they don't want to
Hmm.
come. So they trying to figure out how can they make it safe for the performers to show up and not have people attacking them and make it safe for the fans to be there without people attacking them. My suggestion was y'all gonna have to make people pay for it, and you're gonna have to take it off of Facebook because Facebook is the wild, and they don't care about nothing over there on Facebook.
So
No.
You can get blocked by moderators, or you can get blocked by an algorithm. It don't matter. and they're not really going to keep it under control on Facebook. You're going to have to move it to a separate platform like
Yeah.
it used to be over on CBS.com. You're going to have to make people pay for it and tell them, if you sitting here and bullying people, you're going to get kicked out and there's no refunds on these memberships. And people will act right because, first of all, you making them pay for something. Ain't nobody going to act the asshole if they got to pay for it. And two, if you tell them that they're going to lose their access and their money if they come in there acting the fool, they will straighten up and fly right.
Sure enough.
She said that, Bubbles. Bubbles, didn't she say that they were going to we lost Sam. Bubbles, did she? Yeah, we lost her. She'll probably come back in. But there she go. There she go. Didn't Bubbles, didn't Krista say that they're gonna try to get the platform on CBS because it's not allowed there? Didn't she say that in one of her tweets?
I think she was talking about Facebook.
Is that what she? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that official group is on Facebook. It used to be a thing on CBS.com because they had a fan club and everything, but the fan club has been dissolved. Nobody's really doing anything with the fan club over there. I was looking for, you used to be able to have an address where if you wanted to send cards or letters to the show, you could go to the fan club site and there would be an address where you could send stuff. But all that's gone now. Like if you don't already have the information, you're not going to get it. I haven't seen it anywhere.
Well, remember
what she said. I'm sorry, darling. Go ahead. I was just gonna say Krista posted that her husband told her husband and her kids said not to go on it because they are vicious. She said her husband said not to go on because apparently it was that bad.
She's not married. She said her family.
Her family? Oh, okay. Yeah, her family. Yeah, that's what it was. She said her family told her not to open it up, not to go on social media because they were vicious towards her.
Wait a minute. I told her to stay out of the social medias because people were vicious.
Ain't she still on Twitter?
Yeah, she said she's not going to leave. She's not going to leave.
Off of Facebook.
So these people, there's crazy people everywhere. They have Casey gets down and do his own time, and these actors take their own time to sit down and talk to us damn savages. And people act ass in the damn comments and go live with these people. So y'all know that there's nothing that can be done about humans. Trust me, I work with the public every day. They are.
Me too, and that's why I don't work with him.
That girl, I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying to hold on.
Well, and it's admirable that Krista, because she's so kind of new to this part of the space, because I know she used to be on Days, but I don't think Days really
social media.
Right.
That was Days in the 90s. We didn't even have the internet like that.
No, everything was handwritten, still typed up, and mailed on the mailbox.
Yeah, if you wanted to talk about somebody, you had to get on the telephone and talk about it. We didn't even have no email.
Well, the thing is, I remember when Bold used to try and they pulled back because it got so ugly. We used to get Facebook chats. We used to get tweet live events with the stars and stuff. And they stopped all of that because of bullshit. Now, I don't work there, but I know that that's exactly what had to happen.
You are absolutely right. That's exactly
right. And it's the trolls that's trying to end all of it now. It's ridiculous. It's all a cockfight. And on top of that, everybody want to get clout. It's so ridiculous. It's so retarded, in my opinion. I hate to say that word, but that's exactly what it is.
It is ridiculous. It's
mental illness is what it does.
Mm-hmm. So I try to leave all that stuff about bullying and what they're gonna do about it to the side because there's nothing that can be done.
It's not going to stop.
It's not.
Like I said, unless they get ready to charge people and charge them to be decent. And I'm not talking about no $4.99 a month membership either. You're getting full access to these people that are giving you their time when they don't have to. And to ensure you're not bullying, that shit need to be $20, $30 per month if you want to come in here and act like you got some sense. And that will deter a lot of people because nobody's going to pay $30 a month to be able to. I mean, people will, but the troublemakers are not fixing to go out here spending $30 a
Yeah,
month to
Oh
talk.
no, they're not
yeah,
gonna spend $1 because
They're
they
not
want to do the shit for free.
right.
yeah.
So that's one way to do it. If you put them all on the platform and charge for membership fee, and your
Mm-hmm.
membership is charged is connected to how you treat people. If you start bullying people, you will get a warning the first time. The second time, you might get muted. The third time, you out. Everybody gets a chance. You hit
That's right.
strike, you gone, and we keeping your money for the rest of the month. So you can act a fool the first of the month or the last of the month. We still gonna keep all your money.
That's right.
Mhm.
Better stop
I
all
mean,
that. Kill all that
the worst,
noise.
and
Mhm.
the thing is, and the worst part about it is that the thing is, the soaps, they know what the score is. Okay, we about to be down to three soaps on television, so they know damn well that fan engagement is what's going to keep them going. They need people to watch, and
Wait a
to
minute.
do that, they need to engage with their fans in a positive manner as much as possible to keep people on, to keep fans interested in the show, aside from, actually writing decent storylines. But fan engagement outside of the show is important too. But then you have all this bullshit that
Mm-hmm.
happens on the socials that makes that damn near impossible or incredibly hostile to be done. Really, Casey and them, the bold live option that they came up with, that actually was like the best, least toxic way they could have fan engagement without the actors having to put up with too much bullshit.
And they still
Mm-hmm.
have a moderator because, as we saw on that Emmy show, when there are no moderators, the freaks really come out. They attacked
Mhm.
everybody that night. And wasn't nothing nobody could do. Casey sitting there on the red carpet. It's not like he can run back to the office and do anything.
Right.
He's just standing there with the
He was
camera
stuck.
talking. I don't even know if he was really able to see the comments that night
He
because
heard.
he
Oh,
hosted.
go ahead.
He
Yeah,
was
he was hosting.
I
so
I had a question, darling. All the way back to what you said. Did I miss something? It's getting down to three soaps. You said.
Well,
Yeah.
Days is going to Peacock.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because of
So,
the after the Behind Salem or something or Salem 2.0. What is
well,
it?
They have
okay,
well, Days
okay.
already on. They have both on Peacock already, darling. I don't know if you knew that, but
No, they're on there, but they won't be on TV anymore after
yeah, they
September.
won't. Yeah, the NBC
Wow.
letting them go.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
so
But wait a minute, is it NBC owned by Peacock? I mean,
Peacock
Yeah,
Possibly.
that's
is
why
Peacock
it's going to
NBC
Peacock. It's going
well,
off
yeah,
the channel. It's going online
is
only.
going off of
Yeah.
free. It's
online
not
only.
on the subscription. I get it.
Yeah,
Uh
Okay, got it.
huh.
right.
That
So the
sucks.
only yeah,
Okay.
so the only people who are going to be able to watch Days are people who are willing to pay for the either the lower tier or the higher tier of Peacock, which isn't a lot because I think the lower tier is like
Mm,
$5 or something.
Four
yeah,
ninety nine,
I
and the
think it's
higher
free
tier
with
is
my
9.99.
subscription.
And the only difference is it's just the commercials. If you can get through the commercials, because I do the basic for 4.99, but I get everything as the 9.99 when it's just you have to go deal with the commercials. That's all.
Right.
Because
So
my
Uh
cable
huh.
is so high with Xfinity, it's free.
Cut that cord, girl. Cut the cord. I did.
and so it's like so we're going to be down to just three soaps that are still broadcasting on regular television. And that's the thing. They are an endangered species. Daytime has been an endangered species for years, but it's kept chugging along.
Mm-hmm.
So and so all the shows know what time it is. They know that if NBC can make that choice about days, that any of the other networks can make that choice about their ass.
Wow. Wow,
So
that sucks.
yeah, so everybody's kind of on notice. Everybody's hoping that the Peacock jump doesn't completely submarine the show, and that they can actually that it'll actually pick up enough viewership to be considered viable. But a lot of us cynics
Yeah.
in the street are just like they have a their contract for days is until 2023. So a lot of us feel like it's just going to play out for the last year and give
Right.
them time to wrap up their storylines and stuff over the next year. And then at the end of 2023, they won't renew it, and that'll be that. I am hoping like hell I am wrong.
It's gonna exactly that
yeah.
they don't turn out to be like One Life to Live and All My Children with Hulu.
Y'all, let's talk about what's going on over at GH and all these. What's going on? What was I hearing about Ken Schreiner today? I
Girl,
read his text.
What happened? I saw
I
some
read his
tweets and I
tweet
couldn't
about
make heads or tails
how
of it because I
That
was
subliminal
he said,
text.
stay
It was
tuned
tweet of
to
his that
find
was
out how
subliminal.
he was treated after 25 years or whatever.
And
He
did
said,
everybody
stay
find
tuned.
out what was the treatment?
Well, he said, stay tuned. Do
Yeah.
anybody
Right.
know?
Okay, you're right. That's what I'm like. What the heck did they do to him?
But
Like,
not
stop.
just him. It was Jackie Zeman, right?
Jackie Zeman
And
too.
Leslie, the one that played
But Bobby
Bobby and the other one, the other nurse, the actress
or
name
the
was
blonde.
Leslie. Yes,
Oh,
Jason Mama,
uh-huh.
Jason Morgan's mom.
Oh
She's
my
been in there forever. I remember. So
Yeah.
those are the characters I remember from when I first started watching.
Me
GH
too.
when I was
I
a little
remember when they used to
knee-high
actually
kid.
wear a headdress.
Exactly. Scotty, Baldwin, Laura, that nurse that played Leslie. Who else? Anna Devane, Luke, who was that? Duke, Mac and Felicia and all them. It seemed
Yep.
like them the ones that seem like complaining right now, and I don't like that.
I
I
don't
don't
like
give a shit
sound
about
of
Rick.
Beginning,
I
Sam,
don't give a
what
shit about
happened? What happened? Start from the beginning. What's going on?
we don't really know, but there are comments on the social media from these actors that are giving fans cause to worry. These golden age actors who've been on the show for a very long time, and it kind of feels like the show has done something that just hasn't been announced yet that's gonna screw them over.
On GH?
Uh-huh.
I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to go troll Twitter. I didn't see it.
We have me and you both because I worked on.
So Leslie Carlson said something too.
Yes, it was the three. Jackie Zeman, Scotty, Bobby.
I saw hers.
Yes, and Bobby and Leslie, the nurse, the blonde nurse, Jason's mom.
Monica.
Yes. Monica. Thank you. Yes.
That's terrible. That is
so I
absolutely
don't know
terrible.
what's going on. I mean, but everybody been talking about how bloated it is over there at GH. And
it is.
They're going to have some kind of a natural disaster, or an explosion, or a serial killer that's about to wipe some folks out. They don't be needing to wipe those folks out. They need to wipe out Britain truck nuts.
That's the foundation of the show. Like, these are faces. Let's say that. These are faces that more people recognize and know. Like, if you step away from any one of these soaps, you're going to automatically go to faces and characters that you know.
Correct.
And if they get rid of all of the faces and the characters that people that used to know it and will try to go back because of these new storylines with these little teenagers popping up, they aren't going to stay attached to the show.
Right, because when I started watching GH again regularly a couple of years ago, I got excited every time I saw a character I recognized. Lucy Cole made me giddy as hell. You feel me? I was just like, I cannot believe it. I always loved Lucy. She's still Lucy and the same Lucy, and it was easy. So everybody around Lucy, I gave a shit about.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because I didn't know who they were. But just because they were around Lucy, I wanted to know what they was doing around her.
Right.
And then I saw Ava and Nina.
Right.
I was like, okay, the gang's all here.
Yeah. That's why I like it, and I stayed. They even got Ted in there. What's his name, Sam? He played as Ted on he was on As the World. Yeah, All My Children. All My Children.
Ted Martin. They got his name is Martin.
Michael E. Knight.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, but yes, he played Ted Martin, and his name is Martin on there. He's one of my favorite characters, and I love that he said
Tab the Cad.
He's a silver fox now, honey.
And the one who married to the one off of Days. And what about the one off of Days who married whatchamacallit? He was married to she played two parts, the sisters. The good sister died.
Mm-hmm.
He plays a lawyer on Days.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. That's Wally Kurth. You talking about
Double Dip.
Okay, yes, he's there, and also And also the
Wait a
one
minute.
from who played his
Days.
Kane dad on Young and the Restless. He's
Wait.
there too.
But he
Wait. Lady Sanchez, you said Wally's back on General Hospital?
Wally Kurth? Wally
Yeah,
Kurth?
that's
He is on General
So
Hospital.
that's wait a minute, that's Brooklyn's father, right?
Yeah.
And then Rena just back. Hold on. Am I getting the Lois? Is Lois going to General Hospital?
Well, it's funny. According to these streets, they was talking about Lois today for some reason out of the blue.
Okay, let me
Stop
hold on.
it.
I'm sorry. Mute myself.
I don't know. I don't know. So I'm somewhat dubious. I'm looking like, because what would make them bring Lois of all? It's just the timing is just really, really interesting.
You know why? Because everything is perfect between Ned, Olivia, and what's his little boy name?
girl,
Leo.
Oh, I can't remember that damn child name.
Leo that just got adopted.
Does Brooklyn have a problem with it though?
Well, everything is perfect in the marriage right now. Brooklyn has no issues, but if her mom's in town, she should automatically be team mom.
So she gonna be parent trapping too?
Yeah, don't even get me started on Bold and the Beautiful
No,
because I have nice things to say about Bold.
Oh, so Amaya did say in the comments that it's been confirmed that people are supposed to be getting killed, like in some kind of like a purge, I guess you could say. She says it's from a reliable source, and I hate to say it, all these comments from these old-time GH heads who've been on the show 20, 30, 40 years, it is not looking good.
It's
not.
About soaps,
It's not.
though, the best thing about soaps is that there is nothing ever final on a soap. So even if they do a purge per se, any and everybody, it could be just something to get the fans all in an uproar and come back and just something to boost up the rating. But I mean,
they did it with Days. They killed a bunch of people and sent them to a damn island where nobody was dead. So
don't actually Purgatory does not actually good on soaps. I mean, a version of it may, but hey, I don't believe everybody actually always dies. Like until the show actually go off, then they died off. Or the character.
Vicky's asking you a question over on YouTube.
I mean, we could all admit that GH is bloated, the cast is bloated, but Mercy, I really, really wish they would kill off the right people. Man, whew. Because Truck Nuts, he can go, especially Brit is the only thing that was even relevant to him. So if she gone, which she is apparently, he can go tomorrow. Let's see.
So are we gonna get into today's bowl?
Yes,
I hate to get into today's bowl, but we got to get into today's bowls. Today's bowl.
Now what? Okay, so what's the issue with everybody? What's the climate looking like? I mean, because I'm getting a whole lot of Arctic. What is going on with people?
I guess part of it is that Sam is. She said you missed it. Well, I forgot. Can wasn't here last night, Sam, so she doesn't know what you said about Tridge.
Yeah.
What you say? What happened?
Go on and speak on it, Sam. Did you see
what happened yesterday and today? Bold and the Beautiful between Brooke and Ridge and then Taylor and Ridge.
Yeah.
It's gross. So this is what this is the vibe I'm getting when I see Ridge on screen these days. This is Ridge. That when I see Ridge on screen these days, what I'm feeling is STD. What I see is a thing that lies as easily as it breathes. And while it's lying, it's always fork-tongued in a woman's face, lying about how he feels about her. This is a damn near 70-year-old man that don't have his balls ain't dropped enough for him to stand up tall and open his mouth and say what he wants and what the fuck he don't.
So wait a minute. Okay, so we got a problem with because he told Brooke that he loved her, and then today he got called out by Taylor.
Yes,
is that the problem?
That is exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is.
I'm not. You already know where I come from. You know where I come from on Tridge. I already told y'all when the kiss happened in Monaco, I wasn't here for this shit because I'm not here for grandpa's waffling. Shit on that. I watched 10 years of that with Steffi. I watched it in the 90s when that crap was kind of sort of happening with Bridge and Tridge, only it wasn't so bad because at least they had the decency to kill Taylor before any real bullshit jumped off. But
what we literally got was a classic waffle from yesterday from the day. But so no, but that's bull. We got classic because if I was done with his ass yesterday, we got classic waffling from the day before yesterday to yesterday to the motherfucker waffle back today. I'm seasick.
Y'all are experiencing growth pains. Y'all are having PTSD issues, and that is okay. But I'm gonna have to respectfully bow out of that because I see something totally different, and I like what I see. It's fine. It's fine by me.
Because I hopped off the Tridge train a while back. Okay. I hopped off before they even got on the plane to Monaco. Remember when I said I was not, before Ridge even moved back in with Brooke, because I was not down with him being so touchy-feely in Taylor's space, and it was obvious he wasn't ready to do something about it.
Right.
I probably saw the same thing you saw, because what I saw today, and to correct me if I'm reading you wrong, you basically saw the show by them actually putting in the dialogue the fact that Tridge's love story had been erased in the last 10, 20 years. And that this whole thing with how Brooke is the one, like she was always the one. The reason the show is commenting on this is because they're trying, and this is all connected to exactly what Krista said. I am a completely different person from when we were married.
Precisely. Yes.
That is a double entendre. Not only to mention that they have two completely different actors playing these roles now, but also to try to kind of get the fans to think along the lines of we're trying to reset the board.
Bingo. Yes. And it's not.
No, I heard it, KK. I heard it.
See, my whole thing has always been this. This has supposed to been going on a long time ago, but the reset button could not be touched because they could not have the actress there to have it reset. We have an actress on board who is fully committed and fully on board. So everything that was supposed to happen, say back in maybe 2015, is gonna happen now, in my opinion. And I could be very much wrong, but I don't feel it. I feel the temperatures and I feel the water, and it feels fine to me. I'm swimming all in that. I'm knee deep in it, and I don't care. It's just a different vibe for me. I've been there right along with everybody else. It don't smell like shit. I mean, it could very well look like that, but hell, the man ain't lying. He loved Brooke, of course. That's his chosen bride. But it's not to say that he loved her the same. It's just like, I mean, it could be word gymnastics. But hey, we all won't find out until the find out happens.
Well, I'm not quitting the show, so we're gonna see how this is gonna play out. But no, I understood what the writers were trying to say. They were basically trying to say that because they're not stupid. They frequent the socials. They know that fans have been saying for decades at this point that the show just decided to make it where Tridge did not exist. And here's the thing. I think that it's pretty damn clear by now that was always a stupid losing move, because wiping Tridge off the map in every way possible in 2006 has not benefited Bridge one damn bit. Matter of fact, it's actually made them a lot worse in some areas. Without Brooke actually having an authentic rival for Ridge's affections on screen and deciding to paint them at Bridge as the only destiny, it has been to the detriment of the character of Ridge, of the character of Brooke, and of that pairing. because all they do with them is break them up over a stupid ass kiss and then put them back together 6 months later, wash, rinse, repeat. The only woman that they ever had as a decent as an alternative to Brooke for Ridge, because I don't even count that shit with Katie, so I'm not even gonna mention it. I don't even count what happened with her and Ridge. Was Caroline.
Caroline,
right? And then
2.0.
Exactly. And then that actually had some good steam behind it. But then that got completely toasted all on its own.
Yeah, because that was another sacrifice. That was another sacrifice to put out what they thought was needed, and that was another bridge reunion.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Right. So then when he and Caroline ended, of course, it was right back to the damn default. Right back to the damn default of Bridge, because Tridge was never even, it never existed as far as the show was telling it. And if you were a new viewer who had not watched prior to 2006, that's exactly what the hell you saw on your screen. That Brooke and Ridge were destiny, and that there was nothing else before it and nothing else like it. Now we all know that's damn lies.
You know what? I've always thought that Caroline's whole storyline was to take the place of Taylor. In my opinion, it was like, you know how everybody's just so tired of the Steffi and Hope versus Liam. I mean, with Liam and shit. So it was like to break up the monotony of it all, put a little new juice in it. That's what I felt like Caroline 2.0 represented, because for her and Ridge storyline,
I liked their love story, though. I agree with you, Ken. They had great chemistry too on set.
Yeah,
I was here for it. It's too bad it ended.
Yeah,
right.
I just
and
think
it was.
But Sam did. So Sam, she made a point. She said something on Twitter to me today regarding Tridge, because and I was really hurt because yesterday after what. It was like a slap, a spit. I was not expecting this. And it took me a while, guys, to get back on the Tridge ship, because like pretty much everybody in this room and on the chat, inside the chat room, I gave up on him. Like early 2000, like screw Ridge. And even when Krista came back, I was hesitant. Like I just got back on the Tridge ship maybe 2 months ago. I'm an OG Tridge fan. I was all for Tridge, when they started out, back in 87, 88. So, but she said something. Sam, are you here with us?
Yep, I'm right here.
Okay, so because I want to comment on I would like you to share, and I would like to respond to that, what you shared on Twitter today regarding Ridge.
I said so much on Twitter today and yesterday, and so much today about Ridge. I'm not sure which one. But I can just say I just can't anymore with Ridge, because what I'm seeing is a man. So they are showing us, guys. They are showing us Ridge falling in love with Taylor. We're seeing that on screen. We getting they Tridge music. They thinking about each other. They smile when they together. Great banter, family moments. We got it all, right?
Yeah.
Right. But then he turns around with a straight face and tells Brooke, yeah, there's feelings, but not the way I love you. I love you more than anything. I mean, I don't see it as just words. To me, I see them as lies. I see them as just lies. It's a lie, because you are saying it. He's saying it, but we being shown something else. So basically, what y'all showing me is that he's a damn liar. He will tell Brooke whatever he wants her to hear. Leave her, go to the woman that he wants to be with, because he had to admit, you like it when you hear, don't you? Yeah. You happy when you hear, ain't you? Yeah. I mean, but he's not man enough to tell the other woman it's over. He just gonna let Taylor, he gonna want her and let her want him all this time, just standing there, letting a whole nother woman that he don't care about pull his strings.
Yep.
What
So
the fuck
basically,
is
what y'all want is him to cause emotional damage.
Now, what I
No,
want
and
him to
also,
do is
Sam, you
grow a
also said
spine.
you felt like Belle was going to trash the because I asked you, I said, so what about they brought up Tridge's love story. What you think about that? You said you think Belle is gonna trash on, like basically he's just gonna shit
Bringing
on
it
her.
up to track. Correct.
To
So
trash it.
listen,
Yeah.
we all know Bridge ain't shit. Don't nobody like him. Don't nobody want him. But
Not at
Bill,
this point.
that's Bill's thing. So he's going to keep his thing. He's not giving it up for nobody. All he doing is tearing Bridge down to
Piece
build
by
her
piece.
up. And he's doing that using Taylor because don't nobody give a shit about Bridge, but everybody loves Taylor.
Yes.
Okay.
That's facts.
So
Okay.
they need bait. They need big bait, a big fish to pull into that triangle to get the height that they need to build Bridge back up for the next 35 years. And maybe
Ooh.
when it's
Okay.
all said and done,
So that
maybe we'll, huh?
so
Wait.
they have to recast the whole character or to do that. I don't think so, Sam. I think a lot of
And I
this.
want to
I think
respond
a
to
Hunter
lot
is
that.
of
not
this.
back.
I
I
Hunter
I
is
want to.
not
Can I
coming back.
respond to?
So
Can I respond to that? Can I want to say this first? Because after everything what Sam said, and she did make some. You made some good points. I mean, all facts, but kind of like, and I think Can will agree with me. I think Can will agree with me. That I felt like this these last couple of months. They have been building uh Tridge. You know, they went all the way out their way to build Tridge. And we got everything we got from the moment he moved out of Brooks' house after the Deacon fight. Shortly after that, we went into the shooting, right? He was there for Taylor, you know, his family at the hospital. They're connecting after the shooting. He spent what 1 day when he went back to Brook. He spent what 1 or 2 days for the ankle, and then he was on the jet, on the Forster jet, going to Monaco, and we got Monaco. Now I did suspect. I felt like I was let down because we should have had a bigger Tridge moment as well. It was that one line when Ridge said, I couldn't imagine what you must be
Mhm.
feeling right now, Steffi. And that right there, that it raised some flags for me because I was like, how in the heck would they
He could
have
imagine.
this? Yeah, I was like, wait a minute,
It
what?
happened 2 or 3 times.
Like, yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, what? Like, how would you just that? I mean, that's false. Like, that is a lie. You know, good and God doggone well because you went through it when they resurrected Taylor. Hell, they had Ridge digging in a coffin and found there was a porcelain doll, a mannequin or whatever, a wax Taylor in that coffin. Like, you know, good and doggone well. So I was like, I was confused. What are the actors? What are the writers doing? What are they about to do? Like,
mm-hmm.
like, why would you build? Because you building. But why
Building
would
investment.
you detour? Like, why would you say that? It was like you just threw mud in my face because that line shouldn't even been in the dialogue. It shouldn't even been in the script.
I've been
So you on cloud, but moving forward, they all on cloud nine. He's thinking about Monaco. He's trying to get away from Brooke. He's not even worried about the freaking picture with Deacon. He's at the office and what he's telling Taylor. Oh, you know, the whole I started to pass by the house and have breakfast. I was thinking about the breakfast. I miss breakfast you what you got. So we're getting all of this all the way up until yesterday and with Doug, after you tell her, now we know you can because the writers are showing us is that what they've been showing us, from what I can tell, I felt like they've been showing us Ridge is falling in love with Taylor. So
here.
what in the hell was that yesterday? What was that?
I'm
And he's
telling y'all.
it was
We've
a
been here.
What was it?
but wait a minute, but wait a minute, darling. So it was so to me, this is what I wanted to believe. because, and I told Sam, I was like, Sam, I need you, like you supposed to be my biggest cheerleader because I need you to give me reassurance because I know, like Can said a few minutes ago, he loves Brooke. I mean, hell, he been this woman. They've been going round and round for years, for the last 2 decades now. So I wasn't expecting, and I didn't want them to just throw Ridge at Taylor because I felt like that wouldn't even be believable. So what I was thinking or what I was hoping was that you slowly building them. I felt like they were giving me a slow burn because he is falling in love with her. So what I would like to think is that, but you do still love Brooke though. I mean, that is his wife, guys. I mean, will he just put his foot down and just walk out on her like, it was never nothing? But Sam, so Sam, that's what I was wanting to tell you today. So but then today again, his whole attitude. So after yesterday, now he comes to Steffi house and he's yelling and crabby. And what happened to that scene before Brooke got to the office yesterday when he was hugging his son Thomas and standing behind? What happened? It was like all of a sudden it just went away.
Now,
Like,
I feel like Steffi is too much of her grandma. So it's kind of like this. You keep hearing this same stuff. You already know the stuff that's in. Steffi is basically a I told you so doll. Don't nobody want to hear the stuff you already know. It's just like, I already know. Let it just happen. Leave me alone. Stop digging in it. Stop putting salt in it. It's just like, in my opinion, I like the course that they're going because they are really digging it up, y'all. Like, this
I
is
don't know.
years.
I want to believe that, Can. I want to believe it.
This is years and years of shit. You're not just gonna get rid of the smell without getting rid of the actual shit. You got to get rid of all that stuff.
Exactly.
You can't just throw Fabuloso on.
He got to purge Brooke. In other words, he got to purge Brooke himself. Like Rich got to make it exactly.
It's an emotional attachment, in my opinion. Every time he gets rid of this woman, he chose Taylor. She gotta go to islands and stuff. She gotta go to AA meetings. She done made it seem like if he leave her, she's going to literally fold herself up into the ball and swallow herself and die.
Y'all know what though?
What's that?
Ridge is trash. We can talk about Taylor and we can talk about Brooke until damn cows come home. Ridge ain't shit. It's plain and simple.
But I'm on the fence now. I don't think it's gonna.
Let's keep it real. But no, come on now. We understand Ridge is a lot. It has been a lifetime coming to this, and we deserve it. But I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't want it that bad that I got to end up with Ridge that ain't shit. I don't want it. I don't want Taylor with the ain't shit man. I don't either, Sam. Think about it. If it was your family, would you want your sister or your daughter with a man
my daughters?
That
would
so easily tell the other woman that he loves her and kisses her on the lips?
I wouldn't want it for my daughters or my son, Sam.
Right.
This is good drama. This is good drama because it's a split in the house of Taylor. Cause I like it. It's good. This is good.
But Can and darling, I want to ask you this, and I want to ask Bubbles too to weigh in on this because Sam feels like the writers are getting ready to trash Ridge like they did, like we thought, like they did us with Sting. That's basically what Sam was saying. Look at how they did it because they fed us Sting. They sold us that dream. We were out here rooting and cheering for Sting because we felt like Liam was going to, like Steffi was the love of his life because they made us believe it. So
Yes.
what Sam is saying is that she feels like the writers are basically just getting ready to shit on trees. Like it was all a bill, like they did us with Steam. They pulled us in, and just like what Liam, what did he do? He chose Hope. At the end of the day, he went over there with Hope. And darling, I want to hear what you think about it, and I want to hear what Bubbles think about it, because I still want to believe that we're still just getting drama, but we could still have Tridge. Or are they doing what Sam feels like they getting ready to trash Tridge?
Here's what they're up to. Because here's the thing. The only difference is that a lot of us have deja vu, so we can kind of sort of see it. This is 2012 all over again. Okay. Keep in mind, in 2012, Bold and the Beautiful managed the quite magnificent feat of having two huge fan bases at each other's throats over a man who was a piece of shit. Okay. They managed it. I couldn't see it then because I was too busy fighting in the message board streets and shit to understand that, yeah, we were all getting played. But somehow they managed to make Liam's ass so viable that it was okay, and it was a blessing for him to still be kissing Steffi and telling her he loved her and tearing up annulment papers because he didn't want what they had to just pretend like it never happened. But at the same time, going off to Italy to marry Hope in this grandiose wedding to proclaim true love. They managed to keep both those fires going at the same time without either side sitting there saying, well, for this man to be able to be doing this shit on Monday and then doing this other shit on Friday, he really is a big piece of shit. The problem is this time around, because of all that mess that's been going on for the last 10 years that actually doesn't have anything to do with Tridge and Bridge, people can smell the game. It's the same thing. Just like Liam would kiss Steffi on Sunday and he would be over kissing Hope on Tuesday, he's over here telling Taylor that he doesn't want to forget about the kiss because it was just so much. But then he's turning around and telling Brooke the very next day or the day after that, you know, yeah, it was a kiss, and yeah, she's the mother of my children, and of course I love her, but not like I love you. It's the same mess. It's the same formula where they have Ridge having these deep, abiding, meaningful moments with each one of these women just to turn around and do it with the other one. So that their fans will root for, well, I want Taylor to have that. Look at how meaningful and sweet and loving that is, just like it could have been all those years ago. And then you have Brooke with the same bullshit all the whole time, ignoring the fact that this man is doing this with two women at the same time.
And I'm done.
Bubbles, what you got, Bubbles?
Can I go after you, Bubbles?
So here's the thing. When Sam was kind of gung-ho about Tridge, and I was telling her that Ridge was dirty, nasty draws, and we didn't really need Taylor around him no more because he is always going to be dirty, nasty draws. And she was trying to convince me that this was going to be it. This it for real. Tridge is it. So I bought into it, Sam. So now here I am. And I'm here ready for Tridge 2.0. But let me tell you my take on Tridge 2.0.
Okay.
Ridge did tell Brooke that he loves her, but is he in love with her? Because those are two different things.
Right.
I love a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm in love with nobody but 2 Chainz and Tom Cruise, if I'm going to be real honest about it.
Yeah.
I would risk it all for those 2 individuals. And 2 Chainz is married, and I love his wife just like she is myself. Keisha, girl.
Yes.
Honey. But so, it's a difference between loving somebody and being in love with somebody. Yes, he loves Brooke, but is he in love with her? Like, after all this time, like, the past 5 years has been nothing but breaking up and making up because of something that Brooke has done. Some kind of way she slighted him or hurt his little feelings. It's been bouncing back and forth. So Yeah, he still loves her. That's the mother of his child. His one child, maybe.
Maybe.
He is. RJ had to have 3 fucking DNA tests. Can we trust any of them? I don't know. But that's his baby mama. And so he gotta love her because it's Stockholm syndrome. This woman has been beating this man down to believe in this fucking destiny for 30 some years. And when Taylor died, she got her foot in the door and pushed it all the way in up to her ankle.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, he loved her. He has invested all these years in trying to make it work with Brooke and trying to get through. Like, I believe them when they say that they love each other.
Yeah.
But I also think they love the idea of each other.
That's the thing. Ridge isn't lying. I agree with you. I don't think Ridge is lying to Taylor or lying to Brooke. He really believes what he's saying.
Yeah, he believes it. He loves both of them. He is falling in love with Taylor, but he loves Brooke. That's his wife. That's his baby mama. He gonna stand by her. He chose to forgive her. He did all that. And I think in the back of his head, that's playing with him too, because you did all this. You gotta love her. This your obligation now. You made vows. You ain't recommitted, and I feel like he ain't sleeping with Brooke because his heart ain't there. If his heart was all about reconnecting with Brooke and putting their relationship back on track, they could have had sex a long time ago.
Yeah.
They could have had sex when he moved back in the house, but he moved back into the house to protect her because of her broken ankle.
Yeah.
After that, she pretty much threw the drawers in his face, and he said, "Thank you. I've already eaten today."
Yes.
And he has, every time she makes the offer to give him the cookies, he pulls out his insulin pen. He can't take it.
Yeah.
He got the diabetes. He can't have her cookies. He don't want them. He's putting her off because he's falling in love with Taylor. And I think we might be seeing a Ridge who he's still gonna waffle, but it's gonna be a different kind of waffling. I think he don't want to disrespect Taylor because he does love Taylor. He's falling in love with her. He loved his damn baby mama. He got it. What he gonna tell RJ? I don't love your mama. Yeah, he loved Brooke. He ain't got no choice. But Bridge is over as far as, I mean, the way that I'm looking at it, Bridge is over because they were talking today. The way Bridge was talking to Taylor, like, yeah, I want to be here. But I'm married. My wife. I love her, but you know. He wants to be with Taylor. I don't care what none of them Bridge fans say. He wants to be with Taylor.
He does.
You can see it on his face. And you know what? I'm here for it. If Taylor is a grown woman, her eyes are wide open. She knows what she's getting into. If she decides to pursue this married man who don't know what the hell he wants, she's grown. So if she decides that she's gonna bust it down for Ridge, I'm gonna support her in that. Only because it gives a little bit back to Brooke, where she's been dishing out to people all the
Yes.
If a Fox Taylor wants to come and put on a fucking Teddy to come visit her grandkids, or see Taylor at the office. I mean, to go see Steffi at the office. She want to go visit the Tay Tots. If she want to visit them in 2-piece lingerie, you know what? I support that shit because Brooke used to pop up at the office all the time in her drawers and raise her wife and 3 kids at home. So if Taylor want to put some of that Brooke Logan on Brooke Logan, I am here for it.
I'm here for it all day too.
Oh Lord!
So what you think one more question, Bubbles? What you think the writers are gonna do?
Darling, the spoilers are supposed to be out.
Yeah, I'm laughing.
Give us what we've been asking for. Like, it took us 10 years to get Steffi free. I don't think that we're gonna take 10 years to get Taylor free. The show ain't got that kind of life left. They know.
No, it don't.
They looking at days right now going, our fans ain't paying for this shit on no damn Paramount Plus. They don't even want to pay for the Marvel universe. They ain't paying for our shit. So we're going to have to give our ignored fan base something so we don't lose them. They gave Steffi and Finn because they ignored us for years when we said Steffi needed her own man.
Yeah.
Now Taylor is, they are not going to spend no 10 years making us beg for them to do right by Taylor because
Yes.
they know we will leave.
They didn't
Okay.
waste no time. They didn't waste
And-
no time getting Sheila a man.
Yeah.
Exactly, and it has to be Deacon, but she knows she been plotting that shit since she got back in town.
She has.
She do
She
want
had
Deacon.
participation.
You know what? Sheila
Oh,
done gave me some ideas because y'all know I've been trying to get my dentist since I found out the divorce was finalized.
Oh my goodness.
I play with that man. His whole staff knows that I ain't trying to be his next wife, but I am trying to be as close to a wife as he's gonna get. He's a dentist, y'all.
next wife, next night, maybe, you know, what it is. Shit.
I already told him I ain't got to be your wife for us to have fun, sir. We can do the damn thing. And the whole office laughs. Y'all laughing, but when I'm the one signing the damn checks,
Yeah.
he can together because I'm serious. I'm real serious about you. So now when I'm in the office, he comes to see me, even if it's not his turn to check on me, he will come in and speak to me because I already told him I done named it and claimed it. He can stop fighting whenever he get ready. When you get tired of them little bitty blonde girls that's gonna come in here and steal all the
And take your money
take your money, then
and misuse you.
you gonna be ready for somebody who said, "Look, I got my own. I don't really want your money, but if you want to pay for us to go on trips, I'm gonna let you do that. But I'm gonna just say we can go do things, and I got me and you got you. But them little 20-some-year-old blondes, they ain't gonna be treating you like this. Some of them, you got a dad bod. Don't nobody want you but me.
They could take that money. They could take his money and go spend it on their little side piece. That's what they could. That's what them young girls could do.
I tell him to his face all the time, sir. You might as well just eventually go and give it up because it's gonna happen.
Quit fighting.
I've already claimed it. Quit fighting it. I already know what basketball team your kids play for. I'm ready every Saturday to sit there and be daddy's new girlfriend with the picnic baskets and the juice boxes and the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with the crust cut off. But then send them back to their mama because I'm not trying to watch nobody. I'm not trying to be Hope Logan out here taking another woman's kid. You send your kids back to the big house. They don't need to come stay in my little tiny cottage. You understand?
Right?
I'm just trying to spend time with daddy. I don't care about your damn kids. I can't.
Well, thank you, Bub. Well, the Bubbles, thank you for. I appreciate that because I mean because I feel like what Sam's. I know me and Can on the same page. I just wanted to hear everybody's point of view, because I was worried, But I want to believe that we're gonna get Ridge, but they just not gonna throw Ridge at Taylor like like here you go, because I want Riz to make up his own mind. I don't want it to be Steffi pressing him. I don't want it to be because this one and that, because Douglas or whatever. I want Riz to face his own demons and take whatever time he need and do it right. And I just wanted to know everybody's thoughts on that because I was like, okay, are the writers about your trash trees?
I don't think
so. Coming for Brooke and Taylor with paints, and I'm ready for it. Brooke and Taylor used Douglas's paints to express themselves. Them bitches fixing to have a fight.
Yes, they're about to have a paint fight, man. Just like the cake fight.
Cake, paint, chocolate. I'm here for the fights. I'm
just not, I'm not here for them fighting over trash ass Ridge.
But listen,
if they were fighting over 51% of Forrester Creations, I would be here for it.
But listen, Sam, you started this train, ma'am, and we're not going to let you get off before we land at the station. You was the one out here telling us that you was ready for it, and we wasn't ready for it. And now we all out on this bus with you. I need you to
back down. He told me too, Bubbles.
Take a trip with us.
Yeah, and the fight not just over Ridge, though. It's over Douglas, too.
Ridge is going to end up catching mono. All I see here is kissing one woman and kissing the other and lying to each. He's a walking STD at this point, but I digress.
Man, we told you he was a walking STD when you was trying to gas us up for this, and we fought you. And now, Sam, We all out here on Trench 2.0, Sam.
That's
I see
right.
this.
You
That's
can't
right.
Y'all always revolting on me. Y'all always doing something.
Don't,
But you
hey,
did.
don't
You
look at me.
did.
I'm sitting over here at the same magnetic north my ass was at a month ago. So I'm still right where I was to start with.
Look, Sam opened up a space. Am I right, Can? Because you was in that space too, and Sam was like, start hashtagging Tridge. Am I if Can, where you at, girl?
Yeah, I was in that space. And
Yes.
because I was already hashtagging trees the moment
I
back in
wasn't.
December.
But
And
I
I ain't gonna
wasn't.
stop. I'm not gonna stop.
I
Hashtag
wasn't
don't stop.
Can. She sold me, baby. I remember that space. She was like, it's gonna be okay, y'all. And today when she sent out that Twitter, my response was a sad face with a teardrop. Like, I know you
I think it's just bitter. Sam is bitter at Ridge because he keeps confessing stuff to Brooke. And
That's
that's
right.
fine.
I'm taking it like if that was my man.
Right.
You know,
And
see, when I'm staying in my faves, that's like my good sis. That's like my bestie. That's like my sister. So if I see dude cheating on my bestie, I'm running straight to her and saying, "What we gonna do to him, bitch? What we gonna do?"
But
who
So
look,
is
this
he
is what I'm
cheating on?
seeing with
Who
Ridge
is
right
he
now.
really cheating on? Is he really cheating on Brooke or is he cheating on Taylor?
He not
Because I don't give
cheating.
a
He
damn
being
about
a
him cheating on
he
Brooke.
not cheating. He just being a fuckboy grandpa.
Right. But low key, high key, he's definitely cheating on Brooke.
Oh
If
yeah.
you are
But see,
emotionally,
but I'm looking at it from my perspective. I see it as him having his cake and eating it too. He
okay,
kissing
but
both of them.
Sam, like 2 months ago, I told you all of this, and you were like, but Tridge 2.0, Bubbles. Tridge 2.0, Bubbles. And I told you Ridge Forrester was trash, garbage, basura, and I didn't even want his hands touching Taylor. I wanted her knee in his groin. I didn't want his lips on her lips. I didn't want his tongue on her tonsils. And you sat here, but Trench 2.0, you guys, I feel it in my heart. And we was like, no, Sam, he don't deserve Queen Taylor. And you was like, but Trench 2.0, you're gonna ride this bus with us, ma'am. You cannot get off of it now. I'm sorry. You might as well put that ticket back in your pocket.
I'm just sitting in the back of the bus reading my book like I've been doing. I'm gonna just watch and see what the hell happened.
And Bubbles, darling, while you sitting in the back of the bus, like you said, in your north, with your book, I'm gonna be on the other side of you, bound and gagged on the long for the ride because I the one suggested the damn trip.
That's you know what?
Yeah. She got us out here. Got us out here and don't want to leave us.
But then, since we need a new damn driver, I'll drive this motherfucking train. Look, it ain't gonna stop. It's going straight. Next stop, Tridge. It's
Yes, it is. I mean, yeah, or at least some iteration of it while they, bounce back and forth. If we get a spoiler about a hot man in that age group getting cast, I'm going for it with both hands.
My whole thing is that I don't want it to be old Tridge. These are new characters being played by new actors. I want new Tridge, and this is what we're getting. And we're gonna get a little scratches, we're gonna get a little bumps and bruises along the way, but in the end, it's gonna be worth it. You just, I feel like this whole treatment before they signed Krista Allen back on as to pick up the role of Taylor. We have been playing the role that all these Hoganites have been playing before then. Every time Ridge chose Taylor, they just, oh my God, why he keep going back to her? He know he want to be with Blur, blah, 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 blah.
No, because Taylor's his destiny. That's why he keep going back to her.
But that's what I'm saying. That's in the old script. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All these steps have to be formed with the new Tridge.
The new Tridge.
That's why
the new Tridge, Ridge got to realize Taylor is his destiny, not Brooke.
Yeah, but you can't force nobody to do that.
You cannot. He got to do it on his own.
Exactly. And I feel that is what's happening, but at the same time, you cannot leave emotional damage behind. Because then like everybody knows, she don't easily let go. She is be the main one holding on, scratching and pulling everybody by the wig.
Like a wild animal in a dog fight.
So I'm saying, I'm just saying, clean your house before you move. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Can.
And leave trash all over the place. Think you gonna get your deposit back? You gotta clean up the house, wash them walls, wash them baseboards, everything, and make a clean move.
Y'all, is we gonna talk about Sheekin?
Yes, I want to talk. There are other things I want to talk about other than Tringe. We just gonna put a to be determined in that one.
I want to talk about Sheekin.
So do I, because the fact that I didn't think it was gonna be this quick that Deacon was gonna spot that damn toe, but he sure spotted it today with his thirsty ass.
He should have done that shit last night, but I'm glad. I'm so glad that they had sex, and now she has it over him. He's gonna have to harbor her now. Because he's gonna hold it over his head. If you tell the police about me, buddy, what, sir? They gonna find out that you was up in here fucking a state criminal,
a fugitive.
You know that.
Fugitive.
You out here harboring and fucking the fugitive, sir. I believe that's a violation of your parole. You might go back to prison with me.
His parole officer shows up tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow and Monday. I am in love with how the hell this played out for 3 reasons. First of all, Deacon, this what you get for being for being not just thirsty but being cheap. Your ass should have just went and paid for some nookie. Then you wouldn't have been so thirsty that a woman who couldn't even say one word to you wouldn't have been appealing. The fact that because when he said that next morning, you haven't said a word to me. So my first thing is, how he know her name Deborah? Did he just name her Deborah or some shit?
He asked her what her name was, and she said something. I didn't hear what she said. So
it was on the close.
She didn't say nothing, huh?
She said anything.
One word. She never said one word. Deborah,
he's just calling this woman Deborah?
Yes.
No.
I think that's the fans. I don't think that's him. I think that's the fans calling her Deborah.
No, listen, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Go ahead.
The name Deborah was on the closed captioning on the TV screen.
It was.
Deborah never said anything. It just kept saying Deborah giggling, Deborah smiling. Deborah never said anything. Deacon never said her name because Deacon said, wow, you never said a word last night. You're kinky. I like that. And right. And then he was like, is you gonna tell me your name? He was about to suck her toes and suck her like the neck bone again for the probably 3rd or 4th time without knowing her name and without her uttering one syllable to him, except for what he said, not anything discernible or intelligible anyway, which means she was moaning and groaning, but she wasn't making any sense.
That was it.
Deacon murdered the pussy last night. He woke up this morning ready to murder the pussy. And he would have murdered it after sucking her toes and everything else, hadn't she left, exposed her foot with, missing a digit.
He was ready for round 3, 4, and 5 if he hadn't seen them damn toes.
And what I'm mad is that they done let Sheila uncover herself too soon. Could we at least got a couple of days of Huffkin Deacon with the mask on?
Well, he might still screw her anyway, because here's the thing, Sam. He might as well get him some pieces of cookie on the daily because his ass is in it now.
May as well.
In it now, so he might as well get all the nookie he can get out of this, because now that Sheila has revealed herself to him, he is in deeper than Mike ever was at this point, because one, he already hid her from the police once. That was strike 1. But then at least she disappeared so he could pretend like nothing was gonna happen. Then she turns up dead. Now she's in his apartment alive after wrapping her legs around him and giving him the ride of his life last night. And
yeah,
now
'cause I think the deacon really enjoyed himself a lot
oh,
last
he
night.
did. He did. There's no doubt about that. Before he knew who that cookie belonged to, he was munching down. He was enjoying his damn self. But
From the
now,
window
He's
to
gonna
the
go to
wall.
round two.
yes, he was going for it. But now the problem is, ever since he saw that toe, he was like, "Oh, what happened there? I almost died on the floor."
It was his face.
It
It
was
was
his
his
face.
face. I was like, oh my God.
when when he came when
His
he
soul left
realized
his body.
exactly when he realized just exactly what the hell had happened. The fact that Sheila is now in his house and he just had sex with her has now put him in a terrible situation. The only way for Deacon out of this right now for Deacon is he would have to handcuff himself to Sheila and drag her kicking and screaming in that shirt to the cops and throw himself on the mercy of the court. Deacon is not going to do that. So he's going to have to play along with Sheila hanging around his house at least for the next week or so. And if the spoilers that are out of anything to go by, Hope is going to go there and see her. Now,
Yeah.
I assume she will see her with that face mask on and not realize that it's Sheila and just think that her dad has a girlfriend.
But wasn't Deacon supposed to get up and go see his probation officer this morning?
The probation officers usually, well, you know,
They're
right?
coming to
They're gonna come
Deacon.
to
They're
his
coming
house
to
because he on
Deacon house.
parole.
The
Right.
probation officer
And
is coming
they're
to
supposed to have some type of comical reaction to the parole officer come knocking on the door. So she gonna be trying to hurry up and put that wig and that face and that nose back on, so she won't get noticed by the law, and it's gonna
Right.
be kind of funny.
And it's
It's
gonna
gonna be
right because the
funny.
So
man clearly gonna see the deacon was in the middle of getting him some booty, and
Yeah.
he probably gonna try to respect the man privacy and be like, oh, okay, you got a job still, right? All right, well, I'll let you go this time, but keep it done, you know. It
so
could
is
be
that
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 too.
guy who was on Twitter? Is somebody that he tweeted
yeah,
maybe what
I
Monday?
think
That was him, darling. He
that's the
supposed.
parole
Okay,
yeah.
officer. Yeah,
okay,
that's
That's
the
him.
okay,
He's
parole
playing the
officer.
parole officer. So
okay.
now the parole officer Deacon is probably gonna miss his appointment fooling around with Sheila in this entire mess and trying to get rid of her. The parole officer's gonna show up and now Deacon's gonna have to just go with the flow of get in trouble with his parole officer. But each time he covers for Sheila and allows her to stay with him, he is getting in deeper and deeper and deeper because you know what's coming. You know what's coming. Deacon's gonna get invited somewhere, and Hope is gonna tell him, "Well, Dad, you can bring your girlfriend."
Salud.
Oh, that
You
would
know
be
what?
That better not be. Well, she better not end up at Steffi and
that
Finn's party.
party they supposed to be
You
doing.
know
The
it's coming,
party.
Sam. It is coming. They did not put
Oh
Sheila
my
in those
gosh.
prosthetics for nothing. And if Hope is going over
Oh
there next Friday
yes,
and she's gonna run into her dad's girlfriend, it's because
yes.
Sheila's not gonna have to sneak in. She's gonna get a damn invitation.
Yes. +1.
A
By
It's
plus one
always
Hope
Hope. It's
and
because
always
she's
Deacon of
Hope
rich.
that
all
gets
people.
that brings in the crap to Steffi's life. She gonna invite Sheila
Mm-hmm.
into
By
Steffi's
Hope
damn party.
and Deacon of all
Uh-huh.
people
Deacon of
giving
all people.
Sheila an invitation to the party where she can come
Bless
in
you.
and just kidnap that baby. Oh man.
Oh my
And the
goodness,
and
y'all.
here's
The
and
shit finna hit the fan.
And here is the
Mm-mm.
kicked out part, and the part that I'm going to take more than a little pleasure in because I don't like Brooke and I don't like her damn daughter. Is that we don't know how this shit with Douglas is going to resolve. Now, I would like to think that Hope and Thomas, if once Douglas makes his own feelings about it known, that it'll all end up peaceably. But the vibe I'm getting from how things went down today and the spoilers for next week is making me question that because it don't seem like nobody backing down. Thomas has no reason to back down, and Hopefield looked like she didn't got her back up because she's just ignoring all the obvious signs that are there. So it looks like this may come down to a fight, no matter how you twist it. And the thing is, because let's just say that there is a party for Finn and Steffi, and let's say Finn
It
and
will
Steffi
be.
say, you know what, Deacon did call the paramedics and the cops when we got shot. We can invite him to the party. This is a
Yes.
celebration. This is a celebration of life. We got our lives back. Deacon did us a solid. Who knows? If he hadn't called the cops when he did, my mama might not have had the opportunity to save me. Why not invite him over?
Yeah.
And say, hey, Deacon can come over. And hey, you get a +1. Bam. Sheila gets her ass in the door with an invite.
And it's all gonna fall
Sheila,
on Hope.
Steffi and Big shot in the
Exactly.
alley protecting Brooke, and now Hayes gonna get kidnapped because Hope invites her father.
Because it's supposed to be another shooting. That's right. Somebody gonna get shot.
And this will all blow back in Hope
On
and
Hope.
mother's face.
On Hope and Brooke.
Exactly. It will end up now. I'm not going to say that it's going to be strictly fair, but it is going to blow back up into their faces because if it comes out, whatever comes out, whether Hayes gets kidnapped or somebody gets shot, if it comes out that the perp is Deacon's +1, the first thing anybody's gonna ask, why would Deacon's +1 do this? And then when they realize that the +1 was Sheila, and the dots get connected, and she's like, "You trying to tell me that was Sheila? I'm in at my daddy apartment." Well, honey, you the one who wanted your paw around. You know that's gonna get said.
And you know who's gonna be the first one to eyeball her down.
Therefore, just put in the comments, guys, that coming up, Bold SOD, Deacon covers for Sheila. So he's going to cover for Sheila again. He's bringing her to that party. He's going to get invited because him and Taylor have kind of, they done got like a little friendship. So she's going to be okay with it. I agree with you, darling. Steffi might be like, he did say he made the call to save my life, so it'll be okay. And Hope is going to allow him and to give him an invite, but also allow him to bring a +1, and he's gonna bring Sheila to that party.
I can't wait.
It's gonna get good. It's gonna be good.
I can't wait because Sheila has him right where she wanted him. When she went to him before and she begged him for help, and he was like, no, but then he sat there and took her whole confessional and listened to her talk about how she had shot folks and ran folks off the road and
drinking his beer with his leg crossed.
And listened to all of that just like it was old home week, and then wanted to turn her out, and she was like, but wait, no, he wouldn't listen. So she made it. She made a way to keep herself safe. She went and got this mask, and she went and put it on Deacon. And now guess what? She can stay there in that closet with him for as long as she wants to, because she can hold it over his head. She can put it on at any point. He ain't got no choice but to sit there and take it. And I absolutely love that Sheila Carter is Sheila Cartering and got this little punk ass bitch out here strung, because he's gonna lose everything. He's been thirsty for Brooke, pushing off because he's thirsty for Brooke, and Sheila was like, let me show you what real thirst is. Put it on him. So now Brooke really ain't gonna want to have nothing to do with him. Hope ain't gonna want to have nothing to do with him. None of the Forresters really want to have anything to do with him anyway. So he gonna lose what little inroads he did make with Hope. And then he gonna get to go on about his little merry way, because Sheila probably gonna ride off into the sunset after she breaks Mike out of jail, because she owes him. That's what the red wig is about. She didn't just arbitrarily pick a red wig. She could have been blonde. She could have been streaky haired. She could have had a bob. Nope. Mike said he always wanted to see her in red hair.
And she told him they was gonna rendezvous.
She told him, I will meet. She didn't tell him where or how, but we know that Sheila make it happen.
Right. And like you said, the only reason the wig is red is because Mike wanted to see her as a redhead. We was hoping that red wig came back up, and then her and Mike into the sunset.
That red wig proved something very important to me today. It proved to me that we are in the era of no throwaway lines. Mike said he wanted her in the red wig. Exactly. And
I call it more of planning.
Exactly. So that's why I'm keeping my eyes peeled for all this stuff that looks like random shit that don't mean nothing, because it turns out that it's probably not going to end up being random.
Right. Just like we think the cactus is coming back, and that we already talking up the party on the beach, the bonfire.
Yeah.
I'm expecting it to be a party on the beach.
Taylor's dream
Bill
got
did
to
talk
come
about there
true.
were going to be location shoots, some local, some not local. So a party on Steffi's beach house. They do the beach all the time.
So yes, this is about to start popping off, but good. But yes, I have to agree with Bubbles. Yes, Sheila has got his ass by the balls. Literally.
Yes.
She has put him into a box, and that fool has absolutely no way out other than to do something completely self-sacrificing, like what I said. But he won't do that because that's not in Deacon's character. Now, and the thing is, the problem is that you always have an opportunity. There's an old Chinese saying. It said that once you take a wrong step, every damn step you take after it is wrong too. That's what
right.
Deacon is. Deacon had a chance to make the right choice. That was when Sheila showed up in his apartment after he was on the damn run. After she was on the damn run, after she busted out of the, after she busted past Lee and left Mike there to get picked up by the police. That was his chance to make the right choice.
That's right.
with Sheila, and he didn't do it. Now every choice he's making subsequent to that one will be
is to cover up that wrong choice.
Yes,
And what always happens when wrong choices are made, though you know who always suffers. I'm not
like mom and them used to, and grandma and them used to say, don't lie, because if you find yourself, when you start lying, you got to cover up that first lie with another lie. And it just keep on going. It's just going to keep going and going and going. So just don't even do it. And that's exactly what Deacon did. But for the record, I just want to say I'm here for the drama. Because it's going to be a good story for the queen, and I'm all for that. Because the queen got to stay relevant. But what I'm finna get out of this is all of that hope, all of that shit talking Hope doing on Thomas. Thomas gonna never change, because see, Hope brought Deacon in everybody's life and been forcing Deacon. My dad has changed. She's this, she's that. She taking selfies, throwing them on the web and blah, blah, blah. But Thomas is the big bad wolf.
Right.
Thomas is not allowed to get his son. Even Deacon sat up there at that table at the Olive Garden and talked down on Thomas.
Exactly.
You hear what I'm saying? Now, this is the man you brought. So whatever happened with Hayes, whatever Sheila do, whoever going to get shot, that second shooting, it might be Deacon. Because they said it will be a second shooting. I mean, he might be the one to catch the bullet. We don't know.
No,
but
please be Brooke. And I don't care if anybody feels like I'm bashing a character, bashing somebody. Can it be Brooke? Because she ain't never had a life or death on herself. Brooke's life has never been in peril to the point where she's been on life support and she's had to have her family around her, praying that she pulls through. That's all I want. Can the bullet graze?
Well, frankly, I'm tired of Forresters getting shot by Sheila, so it's somebody else's damn turn. I'm sorry.
Wanted Liam. I mean, I would love to. I despise Liam so much.
Yeah,
she could knock off the felony flow, long as felony flow, but not Quinn, because we know Quinn is going to be out in just several days, and new spoilers came out. Did we get any more on Quinn and Carter in the new spoilers?
Yeah, not much though. It just said that Quinn and Carter, it's strange. It just says that Quinn and Carter have what is it? Let me find it. Quinn and Carter share a romantic and wine-fueled exchange. What the hell? Does that mean they have drunken love or something?
Yeah, that's exactly what that means. They drunken love.
Now. All right. Come on, let me put my Beyonce on.
That's my favorite Beyonce song too, is Drunken Love.
That's the only thing that came to mind. I'm like, wine fuel, y'all make it sound like y'all have drunk blackout sex or something. Goodness.
Y'all all right.
Let's go with that. Oh, hey Louisa, we got another person in the YouTube comments along with SB Ryder, Renee, and Vicky.
Louisa, yeah, she's been with us a couple of nights. Yeah.
Oh, cool. But yes, this is going to that. So I'm fully here for whatever happens with Shekan, and I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how old Sheila's supposed to be. I'm waiting to see if she gonna pop if she pop up pregnant.
No, Sheila is got grandchildren now. I do not need the characters that have grandchildren to be having children.
But she obsessed with getting pregnant. She obsessed with children.
But her
What's
eggs are supposed to be
period?
scrambled right now. She need to be kidnapping her grandchildren.
She gonna come back with a baby. Watch.
I hope she don't kidnap Douglas.
Oh, she better leave. She better
I
leave that
had
boy.
thought of that. I was like, they need to
What if
get
Douglas?
Douglas
What if
out that
Douglas catch
cabin.
her in the act? Right.
Honestly, after this, everybody gonna be like, we need to send these children to damn school. It's too dangerous around here.
Young and the Restless do it all the
I need
time.
some scenes. I need scenes with Douglas and Thomas though. I need
Yeah.
Douglas and Thomas father son scenes. I think we deserve that as viewership.
Yes.
We should not have been denied seeing Thomas be a single father to his son all these years.
No.
I mean,
Yes.
as an audience, we should have gotten some of that.
And one
Yes.
thing, and another thing that I approved of today, but disapproved. Now y'all already know how I feel about Steffi simping for her parents. Okay, I already have my opinions about Trish. But one thing I do approve of is Steffi's whole attitude about F these Logan. I'm here for that.
Correct.
Because
that's true.
What she told Rich today, because I will give this Steffi is definitely a grown up because she stepped to her father because she was basically telling him, "You want some bullshit, Daddy? You know it, and I know it." Because once again, if you take out the part about Tridge, about him needing to be with Taylor, and look at the other stuff she said, it was 100% the truth. She was telling Rich point blank, "Okay, yes. So you told Brooke. Brooke gave you some shit about supporting Thomas." And so you told Brooke that you support Thomas and Douglas being together. And he was like, "Yeah, but I understand where Brooke's coming from because she's concerned." And Stephanie just about threw up her hands like, "Oh, who gives a shit what she's concerned about?" Because Brooke is concerned about her family, about Hope, her family. That is her primary concern. She is not worried about Thomas or Douglas or what's best for either of those people. But you're standing here telling me that you understand her point of view. Why? She don't give a shit about yours.
Well,
and you need to be leading the family.
Exactly. And it's for the best interest of Douglas. I mean,
yes,
Douglas's family. Steffi said it 100% factual. So we, as Douglas family, all agree, but we can't do it because Brooke and Hope won't allow it.
Pretty much. Oh, I think Can knocked us off out by mistake, Bubbles.
Okay, hold on a second.
So yeah, that's exactly what she was saying. That's exactly what she was saying.
She also told Rich that he needed to step up and lead this family.
Yes.
And I heard and understood that. This is where I say trash comes in. Rich needs to be a man.
Yes.
And lead and be a patriarch of his family. Eric has failed the Forresters. He's a damn honey badger. He's an embarrassment. He didn't show up for his granddaughter, his grandson. He only shows up to hold Brooke's hand. And it was on full display the other week when she's sitting in the office and all he's doing is sitting there holding her hand.
He didn't even hug his granddaughter. Yes.
Right. And Steffi came through the door. There wasn't even a hug or an embrace.
And no kind of exchange.
Not that I could tell.
It's
no
just weird.
Yeah, it is.
Weird.
It's very weird writing. So as far as Eric being a leader of the family, he's not a leader of Steffi's family. Not Steffi, Taylor, Thomas, Douglas, and the Tay-Tots. He's not trying to be it to me, not family at all. Now, okay. So he stood there with Rich and Thomas today and, look happy to have Douglas at the house. Let's see if we get some of that on screen. See, because I had a conversation with a tweeter today about it. I understand what you're telling me about, what they tell us on screen. When a character says, oh, so-and-so is doing something off screen. A so-and-so's just been gone. And then we hear 5 months later what so-and-so's been doing off screen, right? That absolutely has no emotional impact on me at all. But what has an emotional impact on me is what I see, what I experience, what brings me feelings. I need to see that from Forrester men, for the Forrester family. We have not seen it. Definitely not from Eric. Ridge right now still putting Brooke's feelings ahead of his own family. He should have told Brooke, no, you need to be telling Hope right now to get ready. But no, he's him and hawing. And this is why I say about Trash. He don't have the balls enough to even be a man. He can't be man enough for Taylor. He ain't man enough for himself. He's too afraid to be a man and stand up and say out of his own mouth what he wants and what he thinks and the way it should be.
Exactly. And that's why Steffi was on his ass today, because she
got the balls.
Yeah, I'm your daughter. Why I got to tell you that you got to stand up for us? Because the thing is, this is not the first, second, or third time that this type of issue has cropped up, where Brooke thinks that all she has to do is twiddle her thumbs and get Ridge to make it swing her way. Okay, the same shit happened when Hope came back from Italy and all that bullshit started over Liam and Steffi was pregnant with Kelly. The same thing happened over which damn line was supposed to get funded, whether it was supposed to be Hope for the Future or the bedroom line. Same shit. Same thing happened when all the mess with Douglas started the first time around. It is a consistent pattern with Ridge and Brooke of Brooke wanting what she wants, which is either what's best for her or more specifically for her daughter 9 times out of 10, and to hell with Ridge's children, and her trying to get Ridge to agree with her, and Ridge being in the middle trying to play peacekeeper so it all doesn't go to hell. But as long as his kids lose, Brooke is happy.
That's right.
And he ultimately ends up settling with that being the solution. And that's how come we had been screaming about Taylor coming back to begin with, because Forrester men are weak-willed.
Especially to Logan women.
Exactly. And until Ridge actually has some balls, I'm done with him completely. And that's the kind of stuff that makes me fast forward. When I start getting disgusted, I'm going to fast forward. I really want to indulge in it. It brings down my mood.
Well, just sit on that bus seat and take yourself a mood enhancer, because you planned this outing.
I got my tablet. What she say? Tablet, and on my tablet in the back seat, tied up, I'm watching Sheikah on my tablet. You might as
well be an urn of ashes at this point, because I'm never going to let this go.
I know.
I cut her some slack today, Bubbles, but I sent her, I tweeted, I sent the cheer job. I let her know. I was like, Sam, come on. Like, it was you. I'm like, you've been my cheerleader. You can't just leave me? You gonna leave me hanging like that?
So guess what's gonna happen tomorrow? I put it this way. What's gonna happen tomorrow? See, so we right now know that Ridge is over in Taylor's face, and she's telling him to his face, you always over here by me. Is it Steffi? Maybe it's me. She's so adorable. But anyway, I just love it. That's how come she's selling it for me.
She's selling it, yes.
She's just so cute. It
I
really
know,
is.
and she's selling it for me. And it's just like this oaf that just literally is an oaf that don't have a pea-sized brain in his big old block head, big old meathead ass dude.
Yeah,
and he got a little pea, a tiny pea bouncing around from corner to corner around in all that space. Look at her.
Yeah.
Look at you and your family and all y'all when y'all together. Everybody got a smile on their face. Then you go home and you go land to this fork-tongued woman, and immediately y'all get a kiss and just brush off cheating like it's nothing. I just can't get over that. Both of them brush off cheating like it's nothing.
And the thing that was hilarious was Brooke and Hope's conversation. First, I had to laugh at Hope because I'm like, Hope, your husband then forgot himself 20 times in the last 10 years. So, honey, you know how this shit happened. Come on now. When women on this show really want a man, when they really love this man to distraction and absolutely feel like they cannot do without him, they will look past all kind of shit. Honey, you was almost up here being a stepmama to not one but two fucking churn, and you looked past it. You figured it out, didn't you? I was kind of looking at Hope's side. I was like, why are you granted, I don't even like Brooke like that, but you're shading your mama awfully hard to say for somebody to sit up here and pretend like you ain't let your husband get away with bloody murder to keep your relationship going. So,
Darling, let me tell
I
you, I
mean,
tweeted
come
that
on
out
now.
today. If I could have had longer, if I had more room, Hope stood up there today looking like the biggest hypocrite on planet Earth, all the way to Mars and Moon. Okay, first of all, you know how you gonna sit up here and try to take a shot at Taylor when it wasn't? It was what, 6 months ago when your mama had her mouth on Deacon. So don't play me. Don't do that. You don't even have no room to talk. Like, how dare Ridge do this to you?
Exactly. She sounded foolish because I was like, first there was the comment about Taylor. Then there was the comment she was passing to your mom. I'm like, girl, stop it.
You
Just
sitting
stop
up here
it.
looking like a whole fool right now, like a whole clown. And then secondly, the second thing she said that pissed me off, though that really, really bothered me, besides the whole thing with Taylor and Ridge, you know, like we just gonna put Ridge we gonna make him the big bad wolf when your mother, they both did it. So I don't want to hear that shit. But the second thing, uh, you know, Thomas has this, he wants Douglas to know who he is and be raised as a Forrester. Why I don't get the big deal about this Forrester name. I immediately tweeted out, wait a minute, first of all, honey,
I
let's
ain't
back
turned
up.
three ways.
Let's back up. If it wouldn't be for the Foresters, you wouldn't be living in that god doggone cabin attached to your mama's house. You wouldn't have had the life you had if it wasn't for the Forrester and Brooke Forrester, because she married all of them. Okay, your whole entire life was built on the Foresters. So I don't want to hear that. What in the heck? Where's she
I was like,
coming from?
girl, what
The
you
Foresters this. What does that mean? I'm so sick of this. Like the Foresters this, the Foresters that. You know what's the big deal? The big deal is Hope for the Future. Hope was gifted to you. That child you calling you don't want to let go, baby. He is a Forester, darling. Like what is this how dare she, like that whole scene? I was like, oh yeah, they purposely did that because they know fans of that.
they're doing that to get people's ire up for sure. Because the first thing that flew out of my mouth was, well, Hope. The only reason you're saying it's not a big deal is because, and here's the thing, Hope is perfectly fine when she's getting what she wants.
Yeah.
That has been Hope from day one since when they sourced her ass. That Hope Logan, when she gets what she wants, is happy. Everything is pumpkin pie perfect, and all is well in the land of Nod. Hope, when she has not gotten what she wants, she's telling people they need to go work in other companies because she can't stand seeing them with the man that she want to be with. She's the one telling this one that and the other one acting raggedy when she can't get what she wants. So my thing is, what does it even matter? It matters because it goes all the way back to what was said over 2 years ago. Logans feel that they are entitled to things more than Foresters are, and that it's fine. Like, especially where this thing with Douglas is. If it's perfectly fine for Thomas to be a visitor in his son's life, why can she not be the visitor? Because
exactly, and Thomas said that.
That is the dialogue that they are setting up.
Yep, you can see him anytime you want. And he said, yeah, and so can you.
Can you? Exactly.
That's
So,
right.
if these circumstances are so acceptable, so wonderful, so, perfectly okay, where nobody should have any complaints, why can't you take it? Why? That's like renting a place and somebody saying, well, there's one bed and then there's the couch futon. But they're both the same thing, so I'll just take the bed and you get on that lumpy ass futon. It's all the same. Bitch, please. You taking a good bed.
Y'all see what's in the comments about seeing?
I'm looking at it. Yes.
Yes, about one about how Editor's Choice was the Sin reunion. Whoop whoop. And also that Finn promises Steffi that he will never allow anyone to keep them apart. Oh Lord, whenever people say shit like that.
That's a preamble to Sheila.
Yeah.
So that's why we haven't seen Finn in a few days, because they're giving him a little bit of time off. Jackie's been back on her, back from maternity leave, so she's on her Parent Trap. When they come back together, Sheila's going to give them hell again. But you know what? That's why I love Sheila Carter, and I drank her dirty ass bath water because she keep my couple with angst, honey.
Sam,
love
you know what I
love
just thought about? What if the shooting, what didn't we say last night? Didn't somebody say that it was rumored, it wasn't confirmed that Finn might shoot Sheila? What if that's the second shooting?
That would be very interesting if that happened. Oh, hey, Looney. I didn't realize you must have just popped in.
Hello, how's everyone this evening?
Hey, Looney.
That's great. I was just listening in to sit there, you guys talking about Hope and the whole Douglas situation once again.
Exactly. Now the other thing that cracked me out was how did she sit up here and say, I've never heard Douglas say he wants to live with his father? Girl, yes, you have several times.
Many times.
The receipts are out there.
Somebody posted the receipts last week or 2 weeks ago, and I posted a video today with that little boy talking about when can I go live with my damn daddy.
And then cut it all up for us too. She cut it up every time he asked for it. She cut it up into one receipt.
Exactly. It was like, no, Hope, he has said it. He has expressed over on several occasions that he would like to live with his father. Now, yes, he may want to live with you, but he ain't never at no time sat up here and acted like he didn't want to live with him daddy.
He's been asking since he moved in the house with Hope, because who said that she sold that baby a bill of sale, and he's still waiting on it. She promised that little boy that they would
all
together. And so that's what Douglas has been expecting, that they are, all three of them are going to be a family together, living in the same house, because that's the shit Hope sold him.
Yep.
Proudly put on that wedding dress and busted up Thomas's wedding to Zoe. What was even the point of that? If Thomas said he was moving on and you stopped his wedding, why?
Because
with Zoe and been happy.
Because she did give him the family that she said she's a family. It's just not the family that she promised. That was all.
She wasn't going to be included in that family. That's what it was, because Douglas enjoyed Zoe.
No, ladies and gentlemen, there's a family. It's just the family she wanted, not the family she promised.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Substitute Thomas for Liam, and she feels like she delivered what she said, but it don't work like that.
But she didn't deliver, because she promised, she sold Douglas that fake dream, that empty dream. And when she told Douglas that her, him, and his dad would be a family. And he's been asking her for the last 3 years, when is my dad going to move in? And Hannon and Cannon has been posting those receipts.
Yes, she has. Because it's a legit question. So, and my thing is that in the part that kicked me out, even with Brooke said, well, he can, if he want. Now, this is the thing that got me, was because the thing is, Hope is in this hardcore, terrible denial. Wait, she kind of spoiled a pick of them out of them kissing. I told you, Sheila gonna be staying up in there, and Deacon gonna be enjoying the fringe benefits of the cookie. Yeah.
He already hooked.
Exactly. He figured, I'm in for a penny, in for a pound. I might as well get my rocks off now.
Right.
So, yeah, but that's the thing. Hope is in hardcore denial, because you did see a moment today with her and her disgusting mama where a little bit of truth broke through, where she said, well, Douglas does miss his father when he's not around. And it's like, okay, so you know this boy is missing his daddy. That means you didn't just hear it the other day, you have seen it, and you're turning your head to it because it does not fit your version of events, where life in that ugly ass shitty cabin is perfect.
Because it's perfect for her.
Exactly. So now that broke through, but as soon as that little bit of truth bubbled up to the surface, because when they have these type of conversations between Brooke and her mama, it's like somebody has just sat up there and threw cement on top of all the cracks, and it's a miracle if any of the truth ends up seeping through at the end of the day. But as soon as she said that, because it engendered that she was feeling self-doubt, that maybe there was a tiny bit of a point to what Thomas was saying. Brooke hopped her ass out that chair, lickety damn split like somebody lit a fire under. Well, then Doc Thomas can spend more time with him. He can bring him to school.
Don't give in. She told Hope, don't give in to that. Don't give in to Thomas. Like she hurry up. She stopped Hope from even feeling it.
Yes, she did. As soon as Hope expressed any type of self-doubt about this scenario, she hurried up and wanted to put a pin in that as fast as humanly possible, because she knows that as soon as Hope starts to doubt herself or doubt that their living situation is the best situation for Douglas, that she'll give in and give Thomas exactly what he's asking for without a fight, and Brooke's not down with that, because she knows that's gonna make her daughter unhappy. And just to hell with Douglas, poor raggedy ass. He just collateral damage.
Exactly, darling.
If Brooke tried to gaslight Douglas again.
Yeah. That might happen, Sam. Get him in a corner and tell him to tell everybody you really love staying here. You don't really want to go home. Yeah, right. You want to be here with your sister, right, Doug? I can hear her. I can see her doing that.
His little baby sister. With your little, you gotta leave your little baby.
They still calling that girl a baby, and that is not his sister.
That fucking stunted midget is still 6 months old. Yes.
Yep. Ricketts and all.
Not only that, but I can see her saying, "Well, you don't want to hurt your mommy's feelings, do you, Douglas?"
Mm-hmm. Your mommy will cry. You'll make mommy sad if you leave her.
It would be so sad if you left your mommy and Beth and Liam. And don't you like it here, Todd? Don't you like it here, Douglas?
I can see his grandma catching her goofy ass and putting a nip in that. Putting a nip, but it won't exist.
Because Douglas gonna tell his daddy what Grandma Brooke told him. Because just like he did when she gaslighted him the first time about Deacon, and he wasn't feeling good about it. That little boy is smart, y'all. We got to give Douglas the benefit of the doubt. He know better. And just like he told Deacon the first time, told Thomas, I saw Grandma kissing Santa Claus, but they told me not to say nothing, and I feel bad. So he gonna tell. She can do that if she want, but Douglas is gonna tell his daddy. And I loved it when he told his daddy about Brooke and Deacon, because when they do those little bitty scenes we do get, y'all, with Douglas and Thomas, they are so special with him and Thomas, because he loves his dad and he trusts him. Him. And I want to see more. I'm with Sam. She said earlier, we need more of those scenes, guys. I need to see Douglas on having screen time with Thomas, because he tells his daddy everything.
He does trust his father.
On his lap.
Can I also see a scene where all the Forster children are playing together? Can I see a scene with them all in the same house together?
Do you mean the Maroney children?
Yeah, that part.
You mean the Maroney children? Because the Forsters, let me tell you.
All right, the Maroney children. Yes. Can I see a scene with all the Douglas Maroney children together?
Let me say this, because I thought about what Brooke said, and she is absolutely right. The Forsters are scattered. Rick is in Europe. Bridget is somewhere who knows where. Felicia is who knows where. Kristen and Tony is who knows where. Who the fuck knows even where Thorne is? All of Eric's children are scattered. But Stephanie Douglas for our Foresters Maroney line, the Maroneys is together and tight. Ridge is right there. Steffi's right there. Thomas is right there. Phoebe's ashes is on the mantle. And Taylor is home.
That's right.
The Maroneys have assembled like the fucking Avengers. But Brooke is right. The Foresters are scattered. So the Foresters can't come through for Douglas. The Maroneys, since people want to be so fucking petty, put some respect on that name. The Maroneys are assembled, and they coming for they lost baby.
That's right.
They lost baby.
Exactly. None of this, you ain't keeping nothing that don't belong to you. And at this point, it's as stupid. It is very, very, very clear that Brooke is there. This is kind of like a fight on the open sea. You know how they used to say in power movies, no quarter? That means no. That basically means you're not accepting somebody's surrender. You're gonna fight until somebody is dead and somebody is alive. That is where it looks like Brooke's brain is on this mess with Thomas. That she's not going to, under any circumstances, allow for Hope to make, even if Hope starts to want to make that decision, for her to make the decision that Douglas is better off with his dad. Not if she got anything to say about it, but if Hope had anything to say,
it's the whole double negative for me. You supposed to want to try to make yourself out to be the Forrester matriarch, but you have done nothing but exhibit division among any and everybody who are actually named Forrester. I don't give a damn what bloodline they come from. People names are Forrester. You have done nothing ever since 1989. Come in with some division, and you still doing the shit, but you want to be that matriarch. I'm gonna need you to step aside, and I'm gonna need you to step aside and stop trying to claim positions that you don't know how to handle.
Because the house divided against itself cannot stand. She cannot be the matriarch of the Logans and be the matriarch of the Forresters. It is
Hell, she ain't even the matriarch of the Hogans. Look how much dirty shit she did against her
because you just said it. All her agenda is always about her family. So that's about her. But she cannot also claim to be the matriarch of the Forresters because she is always going to have the best interest of the Logans before anybody. So she can't be the matriarch of the Forresters. That house cannot stand. She cannot be divided. The house divided itself cannot stand. She can't be loyal to both. The Bible says you either gonna love one and despise the other, or you're gonna despise one and love the other.
That's right. That's right, Sam. Let's have church.
This is exactly why Hope's comment about what does it matter. This is why it matters. This is why it matters, because in her head, everybody's getting what they deserve. Everybody's happy. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, you're happy.
She's the only one that's happy.
Yeah, you're happy. Your husband's happy. Your daughter's happy. You're happy because you're getting what you want, honey. But that means that you getting what you want 9 times out of 10 is at the expense of people who are not, people you don't even know, because there's always going to be a winner and loser in any situation. But in any situation where it's a Forrester and a Logan going head to head, Brooke is going to try to tip the scales in the favor of her family. It's why when Stephanie passed and there was this shit about her asking Brooke to take care of the family, it was absolutely ridiculous. Because it was like, no, she's going to take care of her family. She'll take care of her kids. She don't give a shit about these other people. Period.
She never has, because if she did, she wouldn't have slept with and married all of them.
No.
She spent her entire life dividing and conquering.
That was trash. That was trash, darling. I mean, I knew when they had Stephanie Douglas Forrester confessing all of that and saying all that to Brooke on her deathbed. I knew then. I was like, yeah, it's getting ready. Yep. I already knew what Brad Bell was doing. I mean, because it was leading up to it. It was coming. This is the new bowl. We finna get trash and hot garbage from here on out.
Boy, did we get it. Oh, also, I glanced over the article with Lisa Rinna. So she's making it very clear. So one, she's not going to GH. If everything in this article is to be believed, then she did say that, it's basically hard enough to be on the soap, but it's even harder to step back. So I am not going to be, coming back for like visits and whatnot, popping back up out of nowhere. So when she says she's gone, she apparently really means I'm out this year.
She done pulled the damn Susan Flannery. Susan said, when I'm gone, don't look for me to come back for shit. I'm gone. Runa says she trying to be into her pottery now. She got other things to do besides just acting. She's a whole other person outside of this persona we've seen on TV. I would love for Runa Sofa to go back to GH, I would love that. But I've seen some of her tweets and some of her stuff on Instagram. I really think she fixing to get out here in this pottery world and just sell the shit that she's making. Throwing clay. I don't blame her. It's relaxing. She ain't got to remember no lines. She ain't got to worry about no crazy ass fans.
Wait a minute, though, Bubbles. Come on. No.
I mean, well, that's the thing. She feels like this is the thing. She feels like she's at the phase of her life where this is her calling, and that act isn't her calling.
Has anybody seen her pottery?
Yes,
please. She is not going to make no living off that.
I mean,
that's a hobby, Sam. That's just a hobby.
Okay, good, because if that,
I mean, I know you don't think that. No. I know you don't think that that's what's gonna put food on the table.
No,
I don't know. I don't know what her financial situation is, so to speak. But this speaks of somebody who's making a decision because she wants to do something that makes her happy.
Right.
And that this is what makes her happy, happier than being a full-time actress.
Well, then she's doing it for fun then, because I've seen her pottery. I love Rena Sofa. But her pottery, she sell $200 and it looked like something my daughter made in 3rd grade. I don't know who she's selling that to.
I've seen some of the stuff. I haven't looked at it in deep. Like I know she has a website, but I've never been. But she feels like this is her calling, and that's and the thing is that's one of the things. So do I, because here's the thing: artists, people who really feel dedicated to their art. Okay, because the thing is, I know a lot of artists. Okay, almost all the artists I know, they do their art on the side and they work in the daytime because that's what pays the bills. But if they could make their art be profitable and pay their bills, their jobs would never see them again in this lifetime, because they all hate their jobs. They love their art and they despise the jobs that they have that pays their bills. If Renee Sofer has managed to land herself in a soft spot where her bills are paid come hell, come high water, and she can still do that other shit on the side, well, bless her. She done figured out how to do something most of the people in this world can't. How to be able to do what they love and not worry how they gonna survive. So no, I don't think she's doing this as a career change to the point of this is how I'm gonna feed myself for the rest of my life. But I think she's switching. It really feels like she's switching over because this is what makes her happiest.
And I'm looking at her pottery now, and I love her pottery. I know what it takes to throw clay on a wheel and what it takes to fire it and to get those colors and that shine. And Sam, if your child was doing that in kindergarten, you missed the opportunity to make money, because she's going to sell that. Not all of the pieces and not some of the stuff that she does for friends, but she's got some pieces that are very striking. So I'm not saying she's going to be a millionaire off of this, but the art world is not. The art world is a lot different from anything else we've seen.
I get how art is basically people. You never know what a person is willing to pay for a piece of art. The art is basically the value is what somebody willing to damn pay for it. I get it. I'm just saying. I went to the website and because I seriously was going to get one of her mugs, one of the quarter mugs. And from what I saw, I would not have it. So I wish her all the best and everything. And I hope she just financially set and she enjoyed the hell out of doing those pots.
Oh, I think she probably is. I mean, here's the thing. Soap is a steady paycheck. And if you if you are financially stable, you can make that damn paycheck stretch pretty far, because you're getting paid come hell, come high water. Because she ain't recurring. She's contract. So her money has been set for the last 10 years that she's been on that show. If she's managed that even somewhat prudently, she's okay. So she's, going chase after her dream. Bless her, because there are so many people in so many industries that wish they could, but they don't, because they need to put food on the table. They got bills to pay. They can't go chase their music. They can't go chase their art. All they can make, all the best that they can eat out is a side hustle.
It is 9 o'clock. She has also made some pipes that I'm very okay, girl. Well, because it's California. Okay.
Can you say, I want to see it, Bubbles, real fast before we go out.
Hold on, let me share this page.
Yeah, because I was seriously gonna go and get myself a quarter mug. She had a team quarter and a team queen, and I wanted to get a team quarter mug. And thing was $200. Now, I was expecting, maybe I spend 25, 40, maybe even $50 with the shipping and everything.
Okay.
I would do it.
It's handmade. What is you talking about?
Girl, yeah, this isn't mass market stuff. This
The
is
finish
like,
on it's very decent.
yeah, and she does commission work too. This is literally her sitting at the wheel doing this herself. This ain't no
Okay, that's
people in the
nice.
workshop.
Yeah,
I mean, but
would
that's nice. That's good art. People will pay for that.
I would sell my shit for $20 either.
Donut. But this is.
I
Is this supposed to
mean,
be a
in the
week?
art world, rich people, they buy stuff like that because it's different, it's unique, it's art.
Yeah, I get
It's
it.
unusual.
This is my person mouth talking, and yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
can't
cute.
afford to buy no
Quarter.
mug.
This technique is very difficult. I used to have a friend that threw clay. So I watched people make stuff. This isn't easy to do at all. This particular technique with this burning out, that shit is not easy to do. There's 3 or 4 different colors on that one cup, and that takes more. You got to make the slip, and the slips will change colors on you. So
There you go.
2 or 3 different slips right there for that mug. Yes. I definitely would get the bullshit mug, the fuck off mug with the gold luster with the military up.
I like it. Yes, I like it.
Those Zoom meetings at work, I would be drinking out of this cup. Can y'all feel this cup?
Yes, I love it.
On the Zoom meeting, it's $125. It would be every time you want me on a Zoom call, this is the cup I'm gonna be drinking out of.
Right.
Every time. I want you to, or the bullshit, because you know what? Every time we have a meeting, it's some bullshit that could have been in the email.
Every time
I might get the bullshit mug. Because we all putting up with bullshit. I think it's cute.
It is, yeah.
I like the fuck off one.
I like that one too, Lumi.
And the pipes look like something you could. I think I'm not trying to be either, but it looks like weed pipes, to be honest.
They are.
It is a pipe.
They are.
So if they are, then that's definitely
like
gonna sell them.
like a bomb?
It's more than art. It's practical. That's the use.
Yeah.
Practical use.
The incense
Oh my God,
burners
that
are
looks like a
interesting.
vagina.
They
That's
look
not
like
real.
vaginas.
It does look like a vagina.
thinking. She done went off. What's the lady that did the flowers that look like vaginas?
Georgia O'Keeffe.
I forgot her name.
Georgia O'Keeffe.
Look like a vagina. I didn't know a vagina could be blue.
That's Georgia. If y'all talking about the Georgia O'Keeffe painting.
Yeah, Georgia O'Keeffe, honey. She was out here painting vaginas. All her career, she was out here painting for JJ's. And these are incense burners, so maybe we might see some of these in Brooke's bedroom.
Or you could probably see some at home, or even Bed Bath and Beyond. You never know.
And that Gwyneth Paltrow bubble, she does a lot of stuff like that too.
This kind of looks like stuff you would see at Pier 1. Oh, now see,
Yeah.
I like that. On the left.
That looks like a cute little desktop right there.
What is that, a blender?
No, that's a. Oh, this sold out. The kissy bud face.
Go to the on the second on the bottom of there. Go to the underneath it to the left. To the left of that. Yeah. What is that?
Tail half and half Rocky vase.
These are all vases. These are all some kind of different bases. But like I said, this is the kind of stuff you would see at Pier 1. People go in Pier 1 and buy stuff. I've seen this blue thing, vases made like this before. I think she's gonna do okay, and she's giving some of the profits to not animal rights, but animal care groups. You know, she's caring for the animals and everything.
Animal activist.
Yeah, so there it is. Where is it? There's a thing on here. And then she does, like, if you want her, some of this stuff is stuff that people want her to make. So if you pull some up, you want her to make you a great Mickey Mouse, she probably could.
Yeah, I like that Ashton vase that they had. That was a commission work somebody had her do. It was very pretty. Well, I know they did also address the issue of Carter. So basically, they're saying this may be the end of Carter, but it is not the end of Carter. So I'm assuming we gonna have Paris ass pop up pregnant as a mug in about.
Oh Lord!
I wasn't interested in none of that shit, but here we go with it.
Well, they gonna have to do something because they can't because friends won't be around to hold up the other end of that table. So they're gonna have to figure out something to do with Zende, Carter, and Paris.
Let's hope
they should have never started with that, darling.
With them, I'm not interested in being.
Yeah, not at all.
Nope.
Oh no, no, I'm not interested. No, the thing is, a triangle is only as strong as its two sides, not necessarily its center. And I'm sorry, I'm not invested enough in Zende fighting with Carter over a woman, specifically not Paris, for me to be that interested. I'll be looking at that going, when the next scene's gonna start, they better come up with something else. They better bring Zoe ass back from Paris or something if they're gonna recast the role or whatever. I don't know.
Darling, I can't even watch Paris and Carter scenes. Like it disgusts me. Like I can't.
They're boring. Like they're just a snooze fest.
They're gonna have to figure out something. They're gonna have to. I mean, okay, so hold on. Y'all think Carter a little bit too young for Taylor?
No, they the perfect. Oh, no, they the perfect age.
Well, I'll put a pin in it.
I want to let's see what their chemistry is like first before we start saying
we haven't had any contact with them, have we yet, Lumi?
That's what I mean when I say I'll put a pin in it, because unfortunately it looks like Ridge is the only damn game in town. Lord help us. So until they exactly as a smear on the street, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. So I mean, we're stuck with whatever they're doing with that for now. So for Taylor to really have any, other prospects going down, they either gonna have to make somebody a romantic prospect or cast a romantic prospect. I'm still holding out for my dream, which is Pierce Peterson, but yeah, they don't love me quite that much over there.
Oh, there's one thing before we close out tonight, though. I wanted to sit there and give a few. There is a young black artist named her name is Enko. And she wrote a song called The King's Affirmation, and it's very popular, but right now TikTok is silencing her, and they won't play her song on TikTok at all. And they've been doing that since this other guy did a cover on her song. So if any of you can please, give voice to, tweet out and retweet her song out. I'm very, very appreciative, because she is a young artist she's got a lot of indie music and she's doing very well for herself. But as long as TikTok continues to mute her music, other people will continue to take it, and she won't be able to fight them on the copyright.
Of course. Spell her name for me.
Her name is Enko.
Spell it for me.
I-N-I-K-O. I was Googling her while you were talking.
I-N what now?
I-N-I-K-O.
I-N-I-K-O. Okay, I'll do that as soon as we.
Yeah, it's very. She wrote a very beautiful song. It's just all about how, the struggle of African Americans, and how that, even though we are very creative people and we have to affirm ourselves as that, not let the haters get to us. And as soon as she wrote that song, somebody did a cover on it, and TikTok muted her to make it seem like it was his song.
Oh, TikTok infamous for that.
Well, y'all know how TikTok treats people come up anyway. So while I'm saying that, I need to go and my TikTok.
Now I'm going to listen to this girl music.
All right. Well, then we're going to end the show on that. You guys go and listen to Miss Eniko's song and support her. If you got a TikTok, I don't know what we can do on TikTok to support her if they suppressing her over there, but.
As long as you can support her at least on YouTube, if because TikTok is silencing her. But if her songs can get more out even on YouTube, that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely.
I do see it posted to YouTube, so I'm going to go ahead and give her a listen.
Guys, you have a wonderful evening.
You too, Lumi.
Same to you, Lumi.
We're going to be doing this tomorrow night, too, because there's Down the Bowl live tomorrow. So we'll have stuff tomorrow.
Awesome.
Exactly. We'll see how far D can flip out now that he know that he been sucking on Sheila's 9 toes.
Oh, darling, you ain't right, girl. You ain't right.
I know.
His parole, but we'll see.
All right, y'all have a
We're
good
looking like a
night.
red herring corona. Night, guys.
All right, ladies. Thank you, Bubbles.
Thanks, Bubbles.
Thanks, guys. Good night.